Chosen one, what I'm about to reveal to you will transform your understanding of wealth forever. If you're watching this video right now, it's no coincidence. God has orchestrated this divine appointment because something extraordinary is shifting in the spiritual realm concerning your finances. From this moment forward, your struggle with money ends because God Himself is taking personal responsibility for your wealth and prosperity. The abundance you've been praying for isn't just coming, it's already been released from heaven's storehouses. And those who once whispered about your lack will soon stand in amazement at the overflow God is manifesting in your life. This is your appointed season, your divine moment, and nothing in heaven or earth can stop the tsunami of blessings that's already racing toward you. But before we unlock the deepest mysteries of this divine wealth transfer, I need you to do 3 powerful things that will align you with heaven's frequency. First, hit that like button to release positive energy into your atmosphere. Second, subscribe and help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Your subscription creates a spiritual connection that amplifies these blessings. Third, type the number 99 in the comments below. This sacred number will activate dormant prosperity codes in your spirit and signal to the universe that you're ready to receive what God has prepared. If you are truly chosen, your spirit will compel you to stay until the very end, because this message contains keys that will unlock doors you didn't even know existed. Prepare yourself, because by the time this video ends, your entire financial reality will have shifted into a new dimension of abundance. The divine transfer of responsibility. There comes a pivotal moment in every chosen one's journey when the responsibility for provision shifts from human hands to divine orchestration. This isn't just a theological concept or wishful thinking. It's a spiritual law that activates when you reach a certain level of alignment with God's purpose for your life. From this moment forward, generating wealth is no longer your burden to bear. The Creator of the universe, who spoke galaxies into existence and numbered every grain of sand on every beach, has personally assumed responsibility for your financial prosperity. This divine transfer of responsibility means that your bank account, your investments, your business ventures, everything connected to your material provision, now falls under God's direct supervision and supernatural multiplication. Imagine for a moment what this truly means. The same God who causes the sun to rise each morning without fail, who ensures that billions of birds find food each day without sowing or reaping, who clothes the fields with flowers more beautiful than Solomon's royal garments. This same God has now made your prosperity His personal project. You are no longer subject to market fluctuations, economic downturns, or the limitations of your current skill set. Your wealth is now tied to an infinite source that never runs dry, never experiences recession, and never fails to deliver on its promises. This is not prosperity gospel. This is prosperity reality for those who have been marked by heaven for greatness. The weight you've been carrying, the sleepless nights worrying about bills, the anxiety about your financial future, all of it ends now. God doesn't partially provide. He overwhelms with abundance. When He takes responsibility for something, it's not to maintain mediocrity, but to demonstrate His glory through excellence. Your finances are about to become a testimony that will silence every doubter and convert every skeptic. People will look at your transformation and have no explanation other than divine intervention. They'll try to understand your success through natural means, but they won't be able to because what's happening to you transcends natural laws. This divine responsibility isn't temporary or conditional. It's an eternal covenant sealed by God's own character. He cannot lie, He cannot fail, and He cannot abandon what He has claimed as His responsibility. Your only task now is to remain in alignment with His will and watch as He orchestrates circumstances, connections, and opportunities that catapult you into realms of wealth you never thought possible. The struggle is over. The striving has ended. From now on, you're living under a new economic system. Heaven's economy, where multiplication is normal, overflow is expected, and miracles are mundane. The manifestation of supernatural abundance, when God assumes responsibility for your wealth. The manifestation isn't gradual, it's explosive. Supernatural abundance doesn't trickle in. It floods every area of your life with such force that you'll barely be able to contain it. This isn't about having just enough to pay your bills or maintain a comfortable lifestyle. This is about wealth so overwhelming that you become a distribution center for heaven's resources on earth. Money will begin flowing to you from sources you never expected, through channels you never knew existed, in amounts that will make your previous financial struggles seem like a distant nightmare. The manifestation begins in the spiritual realm before it appears in the physical. Right now, as you're reading these words, angels are being dispatched to arrange divine connections that will revolutionize your financial situation. Deals that have been delayed are suddenly going to close in your favor. Business ideas that seemed impossible to implement will suddenly receive funding from unexpected sources. People you've never met are being prepared by God to bless you with opportunities that will multiply your income exponentially. This isn't coincidence, it's divine coordination. And it's happening because God has stamped your file with priority status in heaven's administrative offices. Your bank account is about to experience supernatural deposits that have no natural explanation. Money that was owed to you from years ago will suddenly appear. Investments you forgot about will mature with returns that exceed all market projections. Business ventures that seemed dead will resurrect with profitability that shocks financial advisors. Your salary or income will increase not by small percentages, but by multiples that leave human resources departments scrambling to understand the justification. This is what happens when heaven's economy invades Earth's financial systems on your behalf. But supernatural abundance isn't just about money, it's about favor, influence, and positioning. You're about to find yourself in rooms you weren't qualified to enter, making decisions you weren't trained to make, receiving honors you didn't pursue. Your name will be mentioned in conversations where powerful decisions are being made. Opportunities that others have been chasing for years will be handed to you on a silver platter. This is because when God makes your wealth his responsibility, he doesn't just give you money. He gives you the entire infrastructure of prosperity, including the relationships, knowledge, and favor necessary to sustain and multiply it, breaking the chains of generational poverty. Divine shift in your financial responsibility doesn't just affect you, it shatters generational patterns of lack that have plagued your bloodline for centuries. Every curse of poverty, every spiritual embargo on your family's prosperity, every demonic assignment against your lineage's wealth, all of it is being broken right now by the power of God's declaration over your life. You are the chosen one, selected to be the pivot point where your family's financial story changes forever. The poverty that your grandparents knew, that your parents struggled with, that tried to claim you, it ends with you today, in this moment. Generational poverty isn't just about lacking money. It's about a poverty mindset that gets passed down like defective DNA, limiting each generation's ability to build and sustain wealth. But God is performing spiritual surgery on your mindset right now, extracting every limiting belief, every poverty thought pattern, every small thinking that was inherited from previous generations. You're being upgraded with a millionaire's mindset, a billionaire's vision, and a kingdom perspective on wealth that will not only transform your finances, but also reshape your entire family tree's financial destiny. The spiritual strongholds that have kept wealth from flowing into your family line for generations are being demolished by heaven's wrecking crew. Every ancestral altar that was erected against your prosperity is being torn down. Every covenant your ancestors unknowingly made with poverty is being revoked. Every curse spoken over your family's finances is being reversed into a blessing. You are not just breaking free, you're breaking through. And the breakthrough is so powerful that it will affect your children, your children's children, and generations you'll never meet, but who will live in abundance because of the spiritual work being done in your life right now. From this day forward, your family name will be associated with wealth, not want. Your children will grow up in abundance, never knowing the lack that you experienced. They will inherit not just money, but a legacy of prosperity thinking, kingdom principles, and divine favor that will ensure wealth remains in your bloodline permanently. The properties you're about to acquire, the businesses you're about to build, the investments you're about to make, they're not just for you. They're seeds of a financial forest that will provide shade and fruit for generations of your descendants. You are literally rewriting your family's financial story, and the new narrative is one of overwhelming, perpetual abundance. The activation of hidden wealth portals in the spiritual realm. There exist what heaven calls wealth portals, supernatural gateways through which unlimited resources flow from heaven's economy into Earth's financial systems. These portals have been hidden from most people, accessible only to those who have been chosen and properly aligned with God's wealth distribution plan. Right now, as you absorb this message, these hidden portals are being activated in your life. Channels of provision that have been dormant are suddenly coming alive, creating superhighways for wealth to flow into your experience with unprecedented speed and volume. These wealth portals aren't limited by geographic location or current circumstances. You could be in the most economically depressed area, working in the most underpaid position, living in the most challenging conditions. None of that matters when heaven's wealth portals are activated. These portals transcend natural limitations and create supernatural opportunities where none existed before. A simple idea will become a million-dollar innovation. A casual conversation will lead to a billion-dollar partnership. A small investment will yield returns that financial experts will study for years trying to understand. The activation process has already begun. You may have noticed unusual synchronicities lately. Unexpected phone calls, random encounters, sudden inspirations, or unexplained urges to take specific actions. These aren't coincidences. They're evidence that the wealth portals are opening. Each synchronicity is a thread in the tapestry of abundance that God is weaving in your life. Some portals will manifest as new relationships with people who have the resources and connections to catapult you into wealth. Others will appear as sudden revelations about business, strategies, or investment opportunities that guarantee massive returns. What makes these portals particularly powerful is that they're protected by divine encryption. Only you can access the wealth flowing through your specific portals. No one can steal what God has allocated for you through these channels. No jealous colleague, no envious relative, no spiritual enemy can interfere with what's flowing through your divine wealth portals. These channels are secured by heaven's most powerful angels, ensuring that every dollar, every opportunity, every blessing designated for you reaches you intact and on time. The portals are fully operational now, and the flow has begun. Your only job is to position yourself to receive what's already being poured out, the shocking transformation. Others will witness. The transformation in your financial situation is going to be so dramatic, so sudden, and so overwhelming that it will shock everyone who knows you. People who wrote you off as a failure will be forced to reconsider their judgment. Those who mocked your dreams will seek your advice. Family members who distanced themselves during your struggle will suddenly remember your phone number. This isn't about pride or revenge. It's about God using your transformation as a testimony to His power and faithfulness. Your wealth becomes a billboard advertising heaven's goodness to a skeptical world. The shock will begin with your appearance. Prosperity changes how you carry yourself, how you dress, even how you look. There's a glow that comes with divine abundance, a confidence that can't be faked, a peace that transcends understanding, a joy that radiates from within. People will notice you've changed before they even learn about your financial transformation. They'll see it in your eyes, hear it in your voice, feel it in your presence. You'll walk into rooms with an authority that comes from knowing heaven has your back financially. Then comes the evidence they can't ignore. The new car in your driveway, the new house in the exclusive neighborhood, the designer clothes that replace your worn-out wardrobe, the ability to help others without checking your bank balance first. But it goes deeper than material possessions. They'll be shocked by your sudden business acumen, your supernatural investment instincts, your ability to multiply money in ways that seasoned financiers can't explain. You'll make financial moves that seem risky to others, but yield massive returns because you're operating with divine intelligence, not human logic. The most shocking part for others will be the speed of your transformation. What normally takes decades will happen in months. What typically requires generations will manifest in a single season. They'll try to find natural explanations. Maybe you won the lottery, perhaps you inherited money, possibly you were involved in something illegal. But when they investigate, they'll find no natural explanation for your supernatural elevation. This will force them to acknowledge what you already know, that God Himself has taken responsibility for your wealth. And when He moves swiftly and decisively. Divine protection of your prosperity. With great wealth comes great responsibility, but also great spiritual warfare. The enemy of your soul doesn't want you prospering because your wealth is designed to finance kingdom ventures that will snatch millions from his grip. But here's what you need to understand. The same God who has taken responsibility for giving you wealth has also taken responsibility for protecting it. Your prosperity is under divine security, surrounded by warrior angels, whose sole assignment is to ensure that what God has given you cannot be stolen, destroyed, or diminished by any force in heaven, on earth, or under the earth. This divine protection operates on multiple levels. Spiritually, every curse, hex, or spell sent against your finances is immediately neutralized and returned to sender multiplied. Naturally, you'll find yourself making decisions that protect your wealth from market crashes, bad investments, and financial predators. You'll have a supernatural instinct about who to trust and who to avoid, which opportunities to pursue and which to decline. It's as if you've been given spiritual insider information that keeps you 3 steps ahead of any threat to your prosperity. The protection extends to everything connected to your wealth. Your businesses will be shielded from lawsuits that could destroy them. Your investments will be preserved from market manipulations designed to rob you. Your income streams will be protected from unexpected disruptions. Even your physical health is being guarded, because God knows that your body is the vehicle through which you'll enjoy and distribute this wealth. No weapon formed against your prosperity will prosper, not recession, not inflation, not economic collapse, not even the plots of those who envy your success. But this protection isn't passive, it's aggressively defensive. Anyone who tries to steal from you will find themselves facing heaven's justice system. Those who attempt to sabotage your success will watch their own plans backfire spectacularly. Companies that try to cheat you will face supernatural audits that expose their corruption. This isn't about vengeance. It's about justice and maintaining the integrity of God's wealth distribution system. Your prosperity is protected because it's not really yours. It belongs to God, and you're simply the trusted manager He's chosen to oversee it on earth. The multiplication principle of heaven's economy. In heaven's economy, multiplication is the standard, not the exception. When God takes responsibility for your wealth, you enter into a realm where the normal rules of mathematics don't apply. Where Earth's economy says you can only have what you earn, heaven's economy says you'll have exponentially more than what you deserve. Where natural law limits growth to predictable percentages, supernatural law multiplies your resources beyond calculation. You're about to experience the same principle that turned 5 loaves and 2 fish into a feast for thousands. With baskets of overflow remaining, this multiplication principle means that every dollar you sow will return to you multiplied. But we're not talking about double or triple returns. We're talking about 30-fold, 60-fold, and 100-fold returns that will make your initial investment seem like a drop in an ocean of returns. A small business idea will become a multinational corporation. A modest investment will yield returns that establish generational wealth. A simple act of generosity will trigger a tsunami of reciprocal blessing that overwhelms your capacity to receive. The multiplication accelerates over time. What starts as a trickle becomes a stream, then a river, then an ocean of provision. Each level of multiplication unlocks new dimensions of wealth you didn't know existed. You'll graduate from thinking in thousands to thinking in millions, from millions to billions, and for some chosen ones, even beyond that. This isn't greed, it's the natural progression of heaven's multiplication principle, when it operates without hindrance in a submitted vessel. But here's the divine secret about multiplication. It's not just about money multiplying. Your influence multiplies, your impact multiplies, your ability to bless others multiplies. Every area of your life experiences exponential growth because multiplication is heaven's love language. And when God loves someone, He doesn't just bless them, He overwhelms them with abundance that testifies to His infinite resources and boundless generosity. You're entering a season where multiplication becomes so normal in your life that lack becomes literally impossible. Becoming heaven's financial ambassador on earth, your transformation from poverty to prosperity isn't just a personal blessing. It's a divine appointment to become heaven's financial ambassador on earth. God is positioning you to be a walking testimony of what happens when heaven takes responsibility for someone's wealth. You're being equipped not just with money, but with a mandate to demonstrate kingdom economics in a world system built on lack and limitation. Your prosperity becomes a prophetic statement that challenges every lie the enemy has told people about God's willingness and ability to provide abundantly. As heaven's financial ambassador, you'll find yourself in strategic positions where your wealth opens doors for the gospel that poverty never could. You'll sit at tables with influential people who would never listen to a poor preacher, but will pay attention to a wealthy kingdom ambassador. Your success in business will give you platforms to share kingdom principles. Your generosity will soften hard hearts and open blind eyes to God's goodness. You're not getting rich for richness' sake. You're being positioned to finance the end-time harvest of souls. This ambassadorial role comes with supernatural wisdom about wealth distribution. You'll know exactly when to give, how much to give, and who to give to for maximum kingdom impact. Sometimes you'll fund ministries that will reach millions. Other times, you'll pay off a single mother's debt, changing her family's trajectory forever. You'll establish businesses that create jobs for believers, allowing them to work in kingdom-aligned environments. You'll fund innovations that solve global problems while generating massive profits that further expand kingdom influence. The ambassador anointing also means you become a teacher and trainer for others who are destined for wealth. God will send people to you to learn how to handle prosperity with kingdom integrity. You'll mentor emerging entrepreneurs, guide confused believers into their financial destiny, and dispel poverty mindsets that have kept God's people in bondage. Your life becomes a university where others learn that prosperity with purpose is not only possible, but is God's intention for every believer who will submit to His process and principles. The destiny shift that changes everything right now at this very moment. A destiny shift is occurring in your life that changes everything about your future. The trajectory you were on 5 minutes ago no longer exists. The financial future that seemed probable based on your current circumstances has been deleted and replaced with a destiny of unprecedented abundance. This isn't positive thinking or motivational speaking. This is a sovereign move of God that has literally altered your timeline, repositioning you for wealth that was previously impossible for you to access. This destiny shift affects every area of your existence. Career paths that were closed are suddenly opening. Business opportunities that were impossible are becoming inevitable. Relationships that will catapult you into wealth are being divinely arranged. Even your geographic location might shift as God repositions you to the place where your wealth destiny can fully manifest. Some of you will receive job offers from companies you never applied to. Others will be given businesses you didn't build. Still others will inherit wealth from sources you never expected. The shift is so comprehensive that your entire identity is being upgraded. You're no longer the person who struggles with money. You're the person who manages millions. You're not the one who borrows. You're the one who lends to nations. You're not hoping for a breakthrough. You're living in perpetual breakthrough. This identity shift is crucial because wealth flows to identity, not to need. As long as you identified as poor or struggling, wealth eluded you. But now that your identity has shifted to align with heaven's perspective of you as wealthy, abundance has no choice but to manifest in your experience. The evidence of this destiny shift will become undeniable within the next few days and weeks. You'll receive confirmation through unexpected financial breakthroughs, prophetic dreams that reveal your wealthy future, and divine connections that accelerate your prosperity. Don't be surprised if people you haven't heard from in years suddenly contact you with opportunities. Don't be shocked when ideas that generate massive wealth drop into your spirit. Don't be amazed when money starts flowing from multiple streams simultaneously. This is simply the natural outworking of a supernatural destiny shift that has already been completed in the spiritual realm. The wealth transfer of biblical proportions. What you're experiencing isn't just personal prosperity. You're participating in the greatest wealth transfer in human history. The Bible speaks of a time when the wealth of the wicked would be transferred to the righteous, and that time is now. Trillions of dollars are shifting from the kingdom of darkness to the kingdom of light, and you've been chosen as one of the recipients of this massive transfer. This isn't about the stock market or economic systems. This is about a spiritual reallocation of resources that transcends natural understanding. This wealth transfer has been building for generations. Every dollar that was stolen from your ancestors through injustice, every opportunity that was denied because of discrimination, every blessing that was blocked by spiritual wickedness, all of it has been accumulating with interest in heaven's treasury, waiting for this moment of divine release. You're not just receiving wealth for yourself. You're receiving the accumulated wealth that should have been in your family line for generations. This is restoration on a scale that will leave you breathless. The mechanisms of this transfer are both natural and supernatural. In the natural, you'll see corrupt systems exposed and their wealth redistributed. Companies built on exploitation will crumble, and their assets will somehow find their way to kingdom-minded entrepreneurs. In the supernatural, wealth will simply appear in your life with no natural explanation. Bank errors in your favor that never get corrected. Inheritances from people you don't even know. Business deals that favor you beyond all reason. These are just some of the ways this transfer will manifest. Your role in this transfer is more than just being a recipient. You're a distribution channel. The wealth flowing to you is meant to flow through you to establish God's kingdom on earth. You'll fund churches, ministries, and kingdom businesses. You'll support missionaries, feed the hungry, and shelter the homeless. You'll be strategic in your giving, led by the Holy Spirit, to invest in ventures that multiply kingdom impact. This wealth transfer isn't just changing your bank account, it's changing the world through you, walking in unshakable divine confidence. The revelation that God has taken responsibility for your wealth creates an unshakable confidence that transforms how you navigate life. This isn't arrogance or pride. It's a deep, settled assurance that comes from knowing the Creator of the universe is personally managing your financial portfolio. You can walk into any boardroom, face any financial challenge, or pursue any business venture with absolute confidence because you know that failure is literally impossible when God is your financial backer. This divine confidence manifests in supernatural boldness. You'll find yourself making financial moves that others consider too risky, but you know they're guaranteed to succeed because God revealed them to you. You'll negotiate deals with a confidence that unsettles your opponents because they can sense you're operating from a position of invisible strength. You'll invest in ventures that others mock, only to watch those investments yield returns that silence every critic. This confidence isn't based on your ability, it's based on God's inability to fail. The confidence extends beyond business into every area of life. You'll no longer stress about economic downturns because you know your economy is heaven-based, not earth-based. You'll sleep peacefully at night knowing that while you rest, God is arranging tomorrow's blessings. You'll give generously without fear of lack because you understand that you're connected to an infinite supply. This confidence becomes so evident that others will be drawn to you, wanting to understand the source of your unshakable peace in uncertain times. People will mistake your confidence for inside information. And they're right, you do have inside information from the ultimate insider, God himself. He shows you things before they happen, reveals opportunities before they become public, and warns you of pitfalls before you encounter them. This divine intelligence network gives you a competitive advantage that no earthly connection can match. Your confidence isn't cockiness. It's the natural result of operating with supernatural backing and heavenly intelligence. The generational impact of your prosperity. The wealth God is bringing into your life isn't just for this generation. It's designed to impact generations that haven't even been born yet. You're not just getting rich. You're establishing a financial dynasty that will bless your bloodline for centuries to come. The businesses you're about to build will employ your great-grandchildren. The properties you're about to purchase will house generations of your descendants. The investment strategies you're about to learn will be taught in your family for hundreds of years. This generational impact goes beyond just leaving money to your children. You're establishing new family traditions of wealth, creating new neural pathways of abundance thinking, and setting new standards of financial possibility for everyone who carries your DNA. Your children will grow up never knowing poverty, never experiencing lack, never doubting that abundance is their birthright. They'll be educated in the best schools, exposed to the best opportunities, and equipped with both the resources and mindset to multiply what you leave them. But the impact extends beyond your biological family to your spiritual family. People you mentor will become millionaires. Churches you support will impact nations. Ministries you fund will win millions of souls. Businesses you start will become kingdom enterprises that demonstrate God's principles in the marketplace for generations. Your prosperity becomes a seed that produces a forest of abundance that provides shade and fruit for countless people you'll never meet, but whose lives are forever changed. Because you said yes to God's wealth mandate, the generational wealth you're establishing is protected by divine covenant. It can't be lost through bad decisions, stolen through injustice, or destroyed through economic catastrophe. God himself guarantees that the wealth he's bringing to you will remain in your family line, growing and multiplying with each generation. Your children's children will tell stories of how you were the one who changed everything, the chosen one who broke the curse of poverty and established a blessing of prosperity that couldn't be broken. The acceleration of time and multiplication. Something supernatural is happening with time in your life. What should take decades is about to happen in months. What typically requires a lifetime of work is about to manifest in a single season. God is compressing time on your behalf, accelerating your journey to wealth with such speed that you'll barely be able to process one blessing before the next one arrives. This time acceleration is a sign that you're operating in Kairos time, God's time, rather than Chronos time, man's time. And in Kairos time, supernatural acceleration is normal. This acceleration means that business ventures that typically take years to become profitable will generate income immediately. Investment returns that normally take decades to mature will yield results in months. Career advancement that usually requires climbing the corporate ladder rung by rung will happen in quantum leaps that skip entire levels. You're about to experience a fast-forward effect in your finances that will leave observers stunned and struggling to understand how you achieve so much so quickly. The acceleration is increasing exponentially. What took a month last year will take a week this year. What took a week will take a day. Eventually, you'll reach a point where blessings are manifesting in real time. You'll think of a need and watch it be supplied before you can even pray about it. This isn't fantasy. It's the reality of operating in God's accelerated timeline, where the normal laws of cause and effect are superseded by divine intervention. With this acceleration comes a multiplication of opportunities. You won't have just one stream of income. You'll have multiple rivers of revenue flowing simultaneously. Each opportunity will lead to 3 more, and those 3 will each produce 3 more, creating an exponential expansion of wealth-generating possibilities. The acceleration is so intense that your biggest challenge won't be finding opportunities, but choosing which incredible opportunities to pursue from the abundance of options presented to you. Breaking free from the world's economic system, you are being extracted from the world's economic system and integrated into heaven's economy, where different rules apply. The world's system is based on scarcity, competition, and limitation. Heaven's economy operates on abundance, collaboration, and infinite supply. While others are fighting for their piece of a limited pie, you're connected to a bakery that never runs out of ingredients. This extraction from the world's system means you're no longer subject to its limitations, fluctuations, or failures. In the world system, your income is tied to your education, experience, and effort. In heaven's economy, your provision is tied to your purpose, calling, and obedience. You could have no degree, no experience, and make minimal effort, yet still out-earn those with multiple degrees and decades of experience, because you're operating under a different system with different rules. This isn't unfair. It's simply the advantage of being connected to heaven's economy rather than earth's. The freedom from the world system means you're immune to its problems. When recession hits, you'll experience expansion. When markets crash, your investments will soar. When unemployment rises, your businesses will need more employees. You're counter-cyclical to the world's economy because you're synchronized with heaven's economy. This isn't denial of economic reality. It's operation in a superior economic reality that overrides natural economic laws. This extraction process is happening now. You may have noticed that traditional financial advice doesn't work for you anymore. Investment strategies that work for others fail when you try them. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because God is weaning you off the world system to prepare you for heaven's economy. Once the extraction is complete, you'll operate with financial freedom that others can't comprehend, generating wealth in ways that economists can't explain, and prospering in conditions that should produce poverty. The favor that opens. Every door divine favor is being released upon your life at levels that will shock you. This isn't human favor that comes and goes. This is God's favor that opens doors no man can shut and shuts doors no man can open. This favor is about to manifest in ways that will make your previous struggles seem like they happened to someone else. People who previously ignored you will suddenly seek your attention. Organizations that rejected you will pursue you with offers. Opportunities that were closed will not just open, they'll swing wide open with welcome signs specifically for you. This favor operates supernaturally, causing people to like you without knowing why, trust you without proof, and choose you without logic. You'll walk into situations where everyone else is more qualified, more experienced, more connected, yet you'll be chosen because there's something about you that they can't define but can't deny. This favor will cause contracts to be awarded to you over competitors who offered better terms. It will cause investors to fund your ideas over more proven concepts. It will cause customers to choose your products over superior alternatives. The favor extends to every area of financial interaction. Banks will approve loans they typically deny. Investors will take risks on you they wouldn't take on others. Customers will pay premium prices for your products without negotiating. Vendors will give you discounts without being asked. This favor creates an economic force field around you where everything works in your financial benefit. It's as if the entire economic system has been reprogrammed to favor you specifically. This favor is increasing daily. What seemed like extraordinary favor yesterday will seem normal tomorrow as God continues to increase the intensity of His favor upon your life. People will begin to recognize you as someone who carries special favor, and they'll want to partner with you just to benefit from the overflow of favor that surrounds you. This favor is your inheritance as a chosen one, and it's being activated at maximum intensity right now. Your wealth assignment from heaven. Every chosen one receives a specific wealth assignment from heaven, a divine mission that their prosperity is meant to accomplish. Your wealth isn't random or purposeless. It's strategically designed to fulfill a specific kingdom agenda that only you can accomplish. This assignment has been written in heaven's books before you were born, and the wealth now flowing to you is the resource provision for that assignment. Understanding your wealth assignment transforms money from a personal blessing to a kingdom weapon. Your assignment might be to revolutionize an industry with kingdom principles, demonstrating that businesses can be both righteous and profitable. Or perhaps you're assigned to fund the translation of Bibles into unreached languages, ensuring every tribe and tongue has access to God's Word. Maybe your assignment is to establish schools that educate children in both excellence and godliness, raising up a generation of kingdom leaders. Whatever your specific assignment, the wealth coming to you is perfectly calibrated to accomplish it. This assignment comes with divine strategies and supernatural wisdom. You'll know exactly how to deploy your wealth for maximum kingdom impact. You'll have insights about timing, partnerships, and investments that ensure your wealth accomplishes its intended purpose. You won't waste money on failed ventures or misguided philanthropy because the same God who gives you the wealth also gives you the wisdom to use it effectively. Your wealth assignment is too important for God to leave its execution to chance or human wisdom. The fulfillment of your wealth assignment will be your greatest joy and lasting legacy. The money itself won't satisfy you. Accomplishing your assignment will. You'll find that the more faithfully you execute your wealth assignment, the more wealth flows to you, creating a virtuous cycle of receiving and releasing that continually expands your capacity for both. Your assignment is unique, vital, and urgent, and heaven is ensuring you have every resource necessary to complete it. The reality of walking in unlimited abundance, unlimited. Abundance isn't a metaphor or exaggeration. It's the literal reality you're stepping into. Unlimited means without limits, without caps, without ceilings. Your wealth potential is now as infinite as the God who backs it. This doesn't mean you'll have all the money in the world, but it means you'll always have more than enough for everything God calls you to do, with abundance left over. You're entering a realm where running out is no longer a possibility in your vocabulary or experience. This unlimited abundance manifests as perpetual overflow. Every container you have for receiving wealth will overflow, requiring you to continually expand your capacity to receive. Your bank accounts will overflow, requiring you to open new ones. Your investment portfolios will overflow, requiring you to diversify into new areas. Your business ventures will overflow, requiring you to expand into new markets. This overflow isn't occasional, it's constant, creating a momentum of prosperity that accelerates continuously. Living in unlimited abundance changes your entire paradigm. You stop asking, "Can I afford this?" and start asking, "Is this God's will?" You stop checking prices and start checking purpose. You stop budgeting from scarcity and start planning from abundance. This shift in thinking is crucial because unlimited abundance requires an unlimited mindset. As long as you think in terms of limitation, you create artificial caps on what God wants to flow through your life. The practical reality of unlimited abundance means you become a solution provider rather than a problem haver. When others present needs, you have the resources to meet them. When ministries need funding, you can provide it. When opportunities arise, you can seize them without hesitation. You become God's distribution agent on earth, channeling unlimited heavenly resources to meet unlimited earthly needs. This is your new normal, unlimited abundance flowing through you to accomplish unlimited good in the world. Conclusion: your moment of activation right now. At this very moment, everything I've described is being activated in your life. This isn't something you have to wait for. It's happening now. The angels assigned to your prosperity have received their orders. The wealth portals are fully operational. The favor is being released. The multiplication has begun. Your only requirement is to receive it by faith and walk in alignment with God's will. Don't let doubt rob you of what God has already released. Don't let fear block what heaven has already sent. The next few days will bring confirmation of everything you've just learned. You'll receive unexpected money, surprising opportunities, and divine connections that validate this word. Document these confirmations because they're evidence of the massive shift that has occurred in your life. Share your testimony with others who need to hear that God still takes responsibility for His children's prosperity. Your story will inspire faith and break poverty mindsets off others who are destined for wealth. Remember, this transformation isn't just about you getting rich. It's about you becoming a conduit of heaven's resources on earth. Every dollar that flows to you has a purpose beyond your personal comfort. You've been chosen to demonstrate what happens when God takes over someone's finances, and your testimony will inspire a generation to trust God with their financial futures. Walk boldly in this new reality, knowing that what God has begun, He will complete with excellence that surpasses your wildest dreams. The activation is complete. Your season of supernatural wealth has officially begun. From this moment forward, expect the unexpected, prepare for the impossible, and get ready to testify about the miraculous. Your life will never be the same again. Welcome to your season of richness forever.